Greetings, true believers, and welcome back to another episode of Mutant Rejects. I am your host and hub leader, Dom, and I am joined, as usual, by my reject family, my lovely, wonderful off-camera wife, Kathy.
Hello.
And still from on location, but we can't get his video in, the fabulous former stylist of the Inner Circle, Phoenix.
Ciao.
I couldn't remember what the hell you used to be there for a minute.
Well, I was one of the lesser people.
No, you think I say it enough that eventually it would just stick, but now an interior decorator at Essex.
I have to play to what I know.
And then when they lay him off, he's going to be a janitor for Sentinel Service, so...
Oh, no, I'll never join those guys.
Why not? Inner Circle, Essex?
No.
Well, before we get anything going, I once again want to thank Anissa Matlock for last week. That, taking the time and answering our questions, the whole show was just amazing. We had a great time. I hope we have you back again. I'm working on trying to develop some kind of mutant panel show now that we have a little bit better equipment to work with. So we'll keep our fingers crossed and, good vibes, like she said. But thanks again. That was amazing. I know we all enjoyed the hell out of it, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think Phoenix fell in love with her. Not that way, but I mean, I think he found a kindred spirit. He's like, "You're a Slytherin? You have R2-D2 on your ankle? I love you." I swear, after we were done with that interview, what did Phoenix? What did you do immediately after?
I don't remember.
What were you? What did you put on immediately after?
I'm now binging The Gifted yet again.
And he put it on specifically so he could see her in that jail episode one more time.
Well, I like prison stuff apparently, like Prison Break, Orange is the New Black, The Gifted.
I don't know.
Hell, even The Walking Dead we're hanging out in a prison for like 3 seasons.
He gets any more in love with her, we better watch out. He might change teams. No, I'm kidding.
No,
that probably won't happen. I think you got a better chance of resurrecting Tony Stark.
Oh, too soon.
It's been almost a year.
Oh.
It really has. If you think about it, yeah, damn near this time last year, we were all going to see Endgame in theaters and doing movie reviews on it here.
Yeah.
Oh, how times have changed. But I guess we'll jump into our first topic, which actually comes from the mind of a former stylist. Phoenix, why don't you lay it out there for us?
Well, I thought it would be good to, look at some of the costumes that they used, both in The Gifted and in the MCU and other Marvel shows. I will say my number one pick for the best reimagined costume was the Vulture from Spider-Man Far From Home.
God, that was good.
I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up in the 80s and 90s. My version of the Vulture was, of course, an older man, had cancer. He had this plain green suit with this white ruffle around his neck and wings that were attached to his arms. In the 90s, Marvel decided to throw in a little, they made him young again, and they gave
him some tech.
This tech armor that kind of looked like he was trying to be, I don't know, a cross between Scarlet Witch and Iron Man. I didn't like that so much.
Or Falcon.
Yeah. But I wanted to say that I think he was the best reimagined. Now, the topic I was thinking about is more of a classic look. Which characters that, Marvel transferred over to the screen did their look carried with them and carried well? Like, examples would be Captain America in Captain America the First Avenger, the first Captain America movie. It showed him in his traditional costume. Right,
the comic book costume.
Yes.
And then, of course, Coulson had input when he joined up with the Avengers to redesign his costume.
Yeah. And I thought it would be a good idea to give out some good mentions. The ones that I'll throw out there are Thor, very authentic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man, pretty close.
Yeah. Especially like Iron Man 1 with the original like Mark II suit, basically.
Yeah, well, yeah, even the Mark One that he built in the cave.
In the cave, yeah, that was very accurate too.
And then the next one I will go with will be, as you pointed out to me earlier when we had our little conference across the pond call,
He's gonna steal mine.
Spider-Man from Homecoming.
Yes.
The original suit he wore before the end of it.
Yeah, even like the Iron Spider at Adventures was kind of cool, but that first costume he got from Tony Stark, the traditional blue and red, was just like spot on.
And
I can't remember the woman's name in his head. I think it was Karen, but he had his own Jarvis. And she
Yeah.
kept wanting to go to Insta-Kill. I was like, that's my kind of woman. Shall I go to Insta-Kill? No! Yes!
And since I'm apparently the one running this one, I'm going to turn it over to Kathy. Who would be your top, say, 3?
I was going to say, I think with Kathy, she's going to have to just do favorites because she, as we said in last week,
Oh, she didn't
her
read the
and
comics.
Anissa were very sheltered, so they didn't really do a lot of comics.
I didn't read a whole lot of comics.
Okay, give me your
unfortunately.
top 3 costumes then.
I think one of them she has
Oh.
in the
Yeah.
closet.
Yeah, the Wasp. Yeah.
She loved that
My
costume.
Halloween costume. Yep. It was pretty cool.
It was very similar to the 90s comic book Wasp.
And guys, I'll do what I can to dig up the costume photo and put it on like at Mutant Rejects at Twitter or something.
Well, you'd probably see your Captain America's son too.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you, Mr. Deadpool.
He loves Captain America, and that was very good. I love the Coulson redesign. I love the way he could just put the shield on his back, like it was just magnetized. I actually did that with my son's costume when he was younger. I stuck some Velcro on the back of the suit, put it on the back of the shield, so he could just slap it on, and he'd walk around in the Captain America suit with it stuck to his back. It was so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Kathy.
So you got 2 more.
Yes. Is it okay if I mention X-Men?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. Go ahead.
Okay. Maybe the original, like the first movies of X-Men where Halle Berry was Storm.
Okay. I did like that look. As far as I'm concerned, she is about the only one that they transferred over. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the best, but it's pretty damn close to.
I was very upset with the X-Men movies because I was the big X-Men fan, especially of like X-Force, and then they started retconning the comics to match the movies.
But you know what? At least in the original X-Men movies, Sabretooth was damn close.
Yeah, if you go with the Savage Sabretooth, yeah.
Right. He was damn close to like the comics 90s animated series Sabretooth.
And I even like the
Liev Schreiber.
Liev Schreiber. I liked his Sabretooth. It kind of reminded me of Sabretooth when he was hanging out with Birdie. Those come from those movies. That was X-Men Origins Wolverine, I believe. Hey, you got one. And let's see, Kathy, number 3.
Ew.
You said one earlier. He's a guy that hangs out in Wakanda.
Oh, Black Panther.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what,
it's pretty close.
that costume was damn accurate.
I think the only thing they added was the claws around the neck, because the original Black Panther had nothing there. He had a ring.
Yeah,
he had a ring, but they put in like the claw necklace because that's where it basically came from. Like you'd walk in wearing that as like a.
It was a symbol of his rank. He was
right.
He was the
and
king and
you hit it, and then the costume would just come on. So it wasn't nanotech, obviously, but
it was vibranium tech.
No, I mean in comics it wasn't like it was nanotech, like he could just think and it would come on. But when the suit actually showed up, it looked very accurate and very detailed. So yeah, that was definitely a good one.
All right, now your picks.
As far as accurate, I mean, damn, like they practically nailed Deadpool.
I'll give you that.
Like from top to bottom, they practically nailed Deadpool with the costume. I mean, it was so good. He had the swords, he had the guns, everything with the machine pistols. He used to.
Yeah, but machine pistols are hard to come by.
True. I'm just saying he used to have like those Uzis, machine pistol type guns, but he was more rocking Desert Eagles. But that's accessories. The costume was like just spot on.
And can't forget Blind Owl.
Yes,
She
never
was pretty
forget.
dead on also.
Oh my God, Leslie Uggams, I love you. And I love that he actually did have the cure for blindness and a bunch of cocaine in her apartment. Like he wasn't kidding.
And I'll never forget her comment. Oh, I'm glad I'm blind.
Now I wish I was deaf. Trying to think. What was pretty damn accurate, and then they went away from it as they got into the Avengers series. The original Black Widow costume in Iron Man 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like just the look, the costume, everything was pretty accurate for Romanoff. And then when they switched to Avengers, they kind of gave her a haircut. They put her in a different outfit.
Yeah, kind of had the armor plating thing going on like they did with
And
Cap's
again,
outfit.
it's kind of a remix that I like too, because damn did Scarlett Johansson look good in it anyway. But
All right, moving on to number 3, so you don't obsess over Scarlett Johansson.
I don't know. I mean, it was relatively accurate, but like the Magneto costume in the X-Men movies, it was pretty damn accurate. It might not have had all the colors it was supposed to have, but as far as the look, the cape, the helmet, everything,
I'll give you that it looked a lot like what he wore in House of M.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the traditional Magneto costume.
No, I mean it wasn't totally traditional, but that's kind of a hybrid of like original remix put together.
Yeah.
And honorable mention, like Shatter and the Gifted. Fuck, that was accurate.
One hell of a makeup job.
It was a great makeup job, and shout out again to Jermaine Rivers, not only for doing it, but for coming on the show. It was just so good. I mean, he was pretty close. I did like the Polaris remix at the end of season 2, like the green gown, the headpiece, the Doc Martens, the whole nine.
I'll let you go with that, but it's still
It's a remix, and again, it's not traditional from like comics, but when you look at it, you're just like,
wow. I'm not a huge fan of any of the looks Polaris has had in the comics, other than like during the 90s when she was part of X Factor.
Well,
I liked the outfit. It was like
leather
with the shoulder
pads. That was why you came in and changed it.
Yeah. I did like the flowy sleeves are good. All right, so now we've gotten the 3 best from all of us. Now we're going to go with the 3 worst.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's a tough one. You know what? Nightcrawler was pretty damn bad.
Yep. I like that.
In the movies, I don't care if they were the original or the first class series that they did, just bad.
Yeah. I know they tried to give it a new thing with the ritual scarring.
Yeah.
And it's just,
and they tried when they made him younger.
Blue fur.
Yeah, and when they made him younger, they tried, giving him the total 80s vibe with the Michael Jackson jackets and the hair and all, but it didn't work.
Yeah. All right, next.
Damn, there's so many to choose from. And honestly, not the X-Men movie versions of Quicksilver, because I actually like that, but the Age of Ultron Quicksilver was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, I'm just gonna go buy this athletic shirt and I'm gonna wear that and a pair of like stylish sneakers.
Oh, and can I skip back to Best for a second and give a shout out to the War Machine suit?
Oh yeah,
because that shit was accurate. Outside of, Iron Patriot was too, because they did switch him in comics for a while.
Yeah.
But War Machine was like dead on balls.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to get that.
And it's one of my favorite characters.
Mine too. That's why I had to get it in there.
Love you, Rhodey.
Yeah, Rhodey, you rock. Even Don Cheadle, you great actor.
All right, and so you're number 3.
Man, as much as I still like the character, I hated the look of Cable.
Yeah.
It just it wasn't like the worst, but it was bad.
I mean, Cable has never worn a bodysuit.
Right. He's not much of a spandex kind of guy.
Yeah, he's more of like a cargo pants or some fatigues.
Yeah. Yeah. Like think Abraham from The Walking Dead, but in the future.
With a big metal arm and lots of really big
like
guns.
fatigues and bandoliers and all kinds of crazy shit. Not a whole lot of spandex going on.
Yeah, no.
He didn't really rock the jeggings. Sorry.
Yeah, no. All right, since we're going in reverse order, Kathy, 3 worst dressed or adaptations, however you want to interpret it.
Maybe she hasn't pulled out Mr. No Scratchy yet.
Oh well.
I was actually gonna start with that one, but
Wolverine.
Yeah, because they where they coiffed his hair was supposed to be like his mask thing or whatever,
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
And outside of that leather outfit in the one movie, which he rarely ever wore,
he didn't.
Did you really even see Wolverine in the
No,
in
it
the
was
uniform?
typically like some type of leather jacket, some jeans,
wife beater,
a cowboy belt buckle, a wife beater, and sometimes kind of a cowboy hat.
Yeah, or boots.
Yeah.
And boots.
It was like the one time that you saw him in a costume, and it wasn't accurate. So
I mean, I like Hugh Jackman, but I think he made a horrible Wolverine.
I think he played the role well. I'm going on dressed.
It's just the look of him.
But I still go back to Wolverine's supposed to be really short.
Because I still can't get over, like, I know there's a lot of sad deaths in MCU movies and X-Men movies, but his death in Logan is like, ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was up there with Stark.
Like, I'm not even a huge fan of Wolverine, and to see him die like that, I was like, oh my god, give me a minute, I'm okay. It was bad enough that freaking Xavier's having seizures. I'm like, this movie's gonna kill me.
Oh yeah.
But I loved it.
All right, so Wolverine next.
The original Jean Grey.
Oh,
Famke. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name, but Famke.
Jensen, I think.
Jensen or Johnson.
Famke.
Yeah, I did not like the way she played Jean Grey, and I did not like the way she looked as Jean Grey. So I'll agree. I'll definitely agree with that one.
Oh, Emma Frost too. She was pretty bad.
Oh yeah,
from the First Class movie. Oh my god! Like not only, and I'm not blaming the actress for this because it's the way it was drawn up and written. Not only did she look bad, but then just the character was off. Just this whole, I am the lapdog of Sebastian Shaw, and I'm slutty, and the safe word is diamond.
Yeah, they did focus on her secondary power a whole lot more.
They really did, and it was bad.
Yeah,
there was a lot of bad in that movie. Like I could practically everyone in that movie is like, nope, didn't like the look. Nope, didn't like the look. Nope, didn't like the look.
Oh, I got a fourth one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It just popped into my head. Rogue.
Oh,
so bad.
And you know what?
Bad again. Accent.
Again,
everything.
Shout out to Anna Paquin because I know she's a great actress and all that, but the way they dressed that character and the way they portrayed that character on screen was like, why? This is nothing at all like Rogue. Like she's not emo. She's not. She was even if you didn't read comics, even if you watched the 90s series, that was Rogue.
Yeah.
Leather jacket, green yellow outfit. Always had something smart ass to say, like strong female, very built and curvaceous and
very southern.
And Anna is, but don't at me, Stephen Moyer. But they just didn't put the role together to really help her succeed. They took her and shot her at both feet before that movie even got made.
Yeah.
It was badly written. It was badly dressed. It was just bad. Like if they were to bring back Rogue, say in like a Captain Marvel movie, and get the whole binary story going.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if they used Anna again. Just put her in the right type of role and costume, and she will be great. I've seen her in other
And
stuff.
since
She's a great actress.
you did it to me 2 times last week. Cart horse.
No, because that was going to be the perfect segue into our next topic,
But you're
which
not ready
was.
for it because I still have to give my 3 words.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. You got your 3. My bad.
Ah.
I thought you did already. I'm not paying attention. I'm killing flies. And
I will say, I do need to give it a shout out for Reimagined. She is nothing like the comic book Mystique, but I did like Renee Stamos' Mystique. And
Rebecca Romaine.
Rebecca.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, no Stamos anymore. She dropped that.
Yeah.
Because she dropped him.
well,
But yeah, Rebecca Romaine as Mystique was whoo.
and even though I played for the other team, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not as big a fan of the younger Mystique that was in the first
Oh,
one.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Mhm.
And I'm sure she's a great actress. I didn't like the way they. I don't know. I like the more mature Mystique better.
Yeah.
No, I was just about to say, would you rather have Rebecca Romaine or Jennifer Lawrence? Because I was going to go with Rebecca.
Well, yeah, because
all day.
She, even though they changed her look and so on, she still had the Mystique aspect. She was the spy. She could fly helicopters. She could, do super ninja moves.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And I like that better. She wasn't just somebody either following Magneto or following Xavier.
Right.
It's the worst love triangle ever.
Yeah,
Especially since
really.
one's kind of sort of your adopted brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so my 3 worst. I'm going to have to go with Shocker.
Oh God, that was
Which
sad.
is it's really sad because I actually like the character and I really like the actor who played him. But in Homecoming, it was a fail.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when they gave it to the guy who used to be in the rap group Onyx, that was better. But either way, it was still bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I didn't. I mean, I know they were all doing the black leather thing. I did not like the movie. I especially didn't like the CGI Colossus. But even when in the X-Men movies, the Colossus that was there, I liked the guy they got to play Peter when he was human and helping the kids get out of the X-Men.
But not Colossus.
But I did not like Colossus. They could have used the same effects and done Colossus if they had given him anything red and yellow in his uniform.
I'll tell you what was good: Colossus and Deadpool.
Yeah, but I still don't like the CGI Colossus.
I liked the CGI in that movie because it made him look like Colossus looked in comics. The problem I had with the X-Men movies was it didn't look like Colossus when he changed. In this one, he's just Colossus the whole time. He never changes. And he actually looks like the character outside of the costume. I mean, the look is spot on.
Mm-hmm.
That's the cool part of that. They really did a good job of it in the Deadpool movies. But yeah, not in the X-Men.
And my number 3 is going to probably have to go with Loki. He had one scene that he looked good, and that's when he was in, I think, Paris, and he made the other people.
Oh, Germany.
Yeah, okay.
In the original Avengers movie, where he made everybody kneel, and there was that one German guy that said he refused. And he said, there's no, and what's going? He said there are always men like you. After he said,
his costume has never looked like Loki's from the comics, and aside from that scene, I've been mostly disappointed with it.
Yeah, a couple of times in Avengers, he had the full costume, like the horn helmet and the scepter and the cape and everything. But then after that, he kind of looked like a weird version of Chris Angel from Mind Freak.
Yeah, I mean,
like just very douchey, and that's not
stole
really
Severus Snape's hairstyle.
Yeah,
with the grease
and Chris Angel's clothes, and just got all emo, and it was like, wait, what?
It's like a super watered down Thor.
Not even. I mean, there some of the people in the Thor movie, the first Thor movie, his friends, some of them were good, some of them were bad,
Yeah.
but even Loki was the most disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
No,
right,
I
so-
didn't even mind some of his friends like Heimdall and whatever, but like Loki was just, wait, what are we doing?
I love Heimdall.
Yeah, Heimdall. Oh my god.
And if you think about it, he is probably one of the most powerful Asgardians.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, not so much anymore.
Well, yeah, it used to be.
Yeah.
Huh. God damn. Why does everybody we like die?
I'm trying not to laugh from that noise.
I know. I was
But
just trying to
it's
pick everything
true.
back up. But yeah, it's a shame we're not gonna see him in anything else down the road because it was a cool character and I thought Idris Elba played him really well. But I guess that could also segue into our next topic, which I apologize for jumping the gun, which is just some mutant rumors and predictions. Like we have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of Phase 4 movies, which we have the release dates for, and
If they stop delaying them.
well, this is the most recent updated releases. Like obviously Black Widow was supposed to come out this month. And there were well, yeah, New Mutants might have been last month. And there were a lot of rumors that they would release that Black Widow movie on digital and make people pay for it that way. Instead, they decided to push it back to November. So instead of getting it on digital, they're hoping to get the full theatrical opening. So they just moved it back. Which I guess, okay, I'm sure there are people out there that are like gonna clamor to see Black Widow for whatever reason. I don't know if I'll be one of them, but I'm semi-interested.
I'm not.
But with all these projects in the mix, I'm wondering, because it's already been said time and time again that they will introduce mutants in these upcoming movies, upcoming Disney Plus series, that sort of thing. I'm wondering where do you think they will place some of these mutants in these MCU projects? Because like if you want to be technical, we might have seen one already in a bad movie. Because in Spider-Man 3, or Spider-Man 2, Far From Home, we saw. I know I'm waiting for Spider-Man 3. Thank God they're doing that again too. But in Far From Home, we found out that obviously it wasn't Nick Fury and Maria Hill. It was the Skrulls from Captain Marvel posing as those two. And when you go to the cutscene, you see Nick Fury lounging in some type of spaceship. And obviously he's an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. But I'm thinking from there, and that might have been the first time we actually got to see Sword, which was the same thing as Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but more like on a Captain Marvel level, where S.H.I.E.L.D. takes care of the planet Earth. Sword took care of every place else in the galaxy. And they were the ones that actually sent, what's that dragon's name? Lockheed to, was it
Excalibur?
I thought it was Kitty Pryde.
That's Shadowcat.
Okay.
That's her real name.
But yeah, sent Lockheed to Kitty Pryde to actually spy on her and the X-Men and report back to Sword.
He was so cute and cuddly.
So, since we've already probably seen them, that's the way we're going to introduce Lockheed, Kitty Pryde, and eventually more and more X-Men down the line. Because now we're in galaxy mode, and these guys were basically set up to watch everyone, including X-Men and mutants.
I kind of agree with what you had told me about Captain Marvel 2. That would be a good segue for the binary storyline with Rogue.
It would be perfect.
They would also bring in the Starjammers, which could bring in the Shi'ar Empire, which also ties into the X-Men.
Right. Because we've already had a little bit of discussion about that, but not much.
So that would be a good one.
And how have they not brought Nova into this by now?
Well, I mean, they had the Nova Corps.
Between the Nova Corps, between Captain Marvel, how have they not brought Nova into this?
No, I mean, the events of Captain Marvel kind of took place like past tense. Like, yeah, I think it was before Guardians 1.
Probably.
So,
But but obviously they work together, so that would be a good way to tie him in, tie Rogue in, and we get some more X-Men going.
Because the two definitive powers they've shown in the galaxy so far are the Kree, the Skrulls, and the Nova Corps.
Now, Kathy actually had a pretty decent theory on a couple of them, so I'm going to turn it over to her and let her go to her notes.
Wasn't there an island full of baddies where Captain America and Wolverine met?
Yes. And it's actually supposed to be featured in Winter Soldier and Falcon. It's called
Madripoor.
Madripoor.
Yeah, that's where Wolverine had his patch identity. He was kind of a pirate.
And he met he actually met Captain America in World War II on that island. Not only that, that island was actually one of the major bases, headquarters for the Hand. So we could get Daredevil in that way too, along with the Hand.
The Mandarin also had a complex.
And the Mandarin. The X-Men had a mansion there.
Oh, talk about bad transfers. The Mandarin. Both in Iron Man 1 and in...
Well, he's supposed to be coming back too, so they're obviously going to try to give you what the real Mandarin should be and not what this douchebag thought up in Iron Man 3.
Well, there's the one in Iron Man 3, but there's also the one that was in Iron Man 1. The 5 Rings of Death. The guy who held Tony prisoner.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot. He was supposed to be the... Yeah, but they never really said. But then Iron Man 3 came along and they kind of posed an actor as the Mandarin. And that guy was hilarious, by the way. Just all drunk. Just,
yeah.
But bad transfer.
He was probably the best part of Iron Man 3 if you want to be legit, legit real about it. But yeah, the Mandarin was on that island. The X-Men had an island, or had been set up on that island. Wolverine had met Captain America in World War II there. There was so much that happened on that island, and that island is supposed to be featured in the series on Disney Plus, Falcon and Winter Soldier. So if you're going to introduce mutants and whatever else that you've just gotten from Fox, that's the perfect place to do it.
And there's a main Wolverine character that was there, and she's a mutant, Viper.
Well, yeah, that too. And not only that, if you recall, I think his son was there as well. What was his name? Dakin, something like that.
I don't know.
But I think Wolverine's son was actually on that island too, and might have been trained with the Hand. That's just but I know his son was on that island too. So there's the perfect place to introduce groups.
All right, back to Kathy.
Yeah, she was kind of genius with that one. Nice call.
And it's kind of like a prediction for WandaVision.
Okay.
Now, I heard that Wanda obviously somehow brought back Vision, or that kind of thing. But wouldn't it be cool if she brought back Quicksilver?
Ooh.
Yes, but I want Quicksilver from like X-Men First Class, all grown up, or original Quicksilver from comics. I want that one from Age of Ultron. You can save that.
Yeah.
No, that would be good too. And if she somehow managed to bring Vision back, and we all know he's dead, why couldn't she do it with her brother?
Because he died a natural death? I don't know.
What difference does that make? They're both dead.
And Buffy couldn't bring Tara back because it was a natural death.
That's a whole other series. If she's able to bring the Vision back somehow, she should be able to bring back her brother. I mean, that's a solid theory.
I'm just wondering how a guy who could run that fast let himself get shot like 4 times.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, go figure. Did he run into the bullets?
Yeah, he did. He actually did.
He kind of did because he was trying to save the child. He kind of shielded him. Okay. But still, I don't want that one back. But if you want to bring me like original Quicksilver or even First Class Quicksilver kind of grown, cool. We already saw him in Deadpool 2 in that little cameo, at the mansion.
Yeah. You can't afford any more.
Can't we just get one X-Men in here? And you see a door closing and they're all in there like Quicksilver, Beast, Xavier, the whole nine. Like, excuse them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be cool. I can only imagine, like, if she was able to bring back Vision, she could bring her brother back too. That makes total sense.
Well, I mean, she pulled a Franklin Richards,
and I feel like this could easily be cut and paste if season 3 of The Gifted, they walk through Blink's portal and they're standing there in basically what is the final battle between the Avengers and Thanos.
Oh wow! Just some random portal that doesn't happen to be one of Doctor Strange's friends. Instead of the nice little glowy gold
well, that's
ring,
me. You remember?
get this,
I can't remember
jagged purple thing.
I can't remember Doctor Strange's name. Doctor Strange, the name of Doctor Strange's friend,
Oh.
the little fat Asian dude. But you remember he said you wanted more, and they could cut to that. They could cut to him saying you wanted more, and then Blink's portal opens, and guess who comes in? The entire group from The Gifted.
Yeah.
That would be kind of cool.
That'd be perfect. Now you got mutants, you got MCU characters, and you're all going up against Thanos.
And hopefully Light Bright gets left.
All right, he could still come too. He could melt some people. You know, he's still got more. He's still got better. He's still more. He's still more useful than like Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I'll take him over Hawkeye any day.
But if I were going to have a mutant with that kind of power, I wouldn't want him. I would want Pete Wisdom.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, if these are my options, like I got Light Bright over here, I got Hawkeye over here, and I'm looking at Thanos' crew with all these monsters and like flying slugs and all this other shit. I am not going to want a guy with a bow and arrow. I'm going to want a dude that can fire UV rays out and melt these flying slugs like he's got salt in his hands. So shout out to Sean Teal for that one, because you are not as useless as Hawkeye.
Aw.
I mean, Hawkeye makes Nick Fury look useful.
Poor Jeremy Renner. He's kind of just failing at stuff. He was the worst Bourne ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only Bourne movie I didn't like was Legacy.
And they're giving him a series. Go figure. I swear, I'll be honest. The only use he had in all those movies was tossing himself over that damn cliff in Endgame, and he couldn't even do that.
No, but he let Black Widow.
Can Wanda bring her back too?
Yeah.
I can't be the only woman on the team.
Right, but it would be cool, you know, to see some of these guys come back. I'm definitely excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I heard reports about that island, and then when she brought it up, it just popped back into my head.
Yeah, the one I would like to see pop back in from The Gifted, honestly, would be Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny would be good.
Thunderbird.
I want to see them all, everyone that's left, come back, including the Struckers. Hey, the Fenris power could have done a lot of damage in that final battle. You wouldn't even need to snap your fingers. Tony would still be alive, because I could just Fenris Thanos and his whole army right out of existence.
And half of Wakanda.
And Tony lives. It's like I'm a genius. Bring back The Gifted, goddammit. Okay, now that I've said that, we're going to move along to a topic that I found on Twitter. And I asked this person if I could use his name, and he never responded. So I'm not gonna give you his Twitter handle. I'm just gonna tell you that he had said he just finished watching all the MCU films on Disney Plus, and he gave us his analysis of all of what he says is all the heroes, which are not all, because he has like 6. How many were in Endgame? Like 3 dozen? So
At least.
But we're not off to a great start, but we're going to go through these, and we're going to, and either we're going to agree, disagree, we're going to critique, we're going to laugh, we're going to have fun with it. It's going to be cool. Trust me. First up to bat is, of course, Captain America himself. And this dude on Twitter decides that his analysis of Steve Rogers is self-righteous know-it-all who only has any powers because they injected him with steroids.
Agree.
Oh, come on. First off, if Captain America was a self-righteous asshole, he would have just bounced on everybody, shield the world, whatever.
Yeah,
when he woke up 70 years later and realized Peggy was already either remarried or gone, he would have found Hank Pym and went back in time and just started screwing Peggy instead of making out with her granddaughter. So don't give me this self-righteous crap. And as far as I understand the super soldier serum gave him his powers, but at the same time, that's the same crap that turned the Red Skull into the Red Skull. So it's not just like steroids where anybody can take them and get buff. You take them, and if you're evil, you're super evil. If you're good, you're super good. So the only reason he did any good is because the type of person he was.
Mhm.
So while his powers were given to him, you can't say they were the same as steroids. You just can't.
I just
I mean,
Captain America, so.
I know. All right, Kathy, do you have anything to add to this?
He's definitely not self-righteous. Like you said, he is just a good person, and that's why he lived during the whole transformation of getting the super serum.
I mean, all the stuff that he went through in these movies, between finding out Bucky was still alive and evil, going against all the Accords when everybody thought it was a great idea. Obviously, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't really seem like self-righteous, and it doesn't seem like know-it-all either. It seems like he has good intentions and a decent head on his shoulder. So I kind of like to believe you're talking out of your ass there, fella. Let's move on. All right, Captain Marvel. Type of person that waits until a problem has gotten out of hand before offering any help so that they can look like a hero. Where was she when Thanos first landed on Earth? Out in space, twerking with aliens.
Twerking for aliens.
For aliens.
Well, in her defense, she did think she was one of them.
And in my defense, I was too busy laughing. Because I'll admit, that was a good one. I kind of agree with it because every time something happens, Captain Marvel is just somewhere else. It's like, oh, I'll be over here. And then she comes in, she's like, why haven't you found Thanos? Why aren't you looking for Thanos? Have you found that? I'll go find Thanos. It's like, well, where were you when he landed?
Aren't you filled with this cosmic power?
Right. Can't you be like everywhere at once? You are the only person who can achieve warp speed. I mean.
And you have a flashlight in your hand.
Right. She's like Eclipse on steroids. She's super light bright. But, it really is true. Like, even during the battle, like, all this stuff is going on, and they're bombing things, and the Avengers headquarters has been collapsed and caved in and basically turned into rubble. And then she finally decides to show the hell up.
Yeah, why didn't Fury hit his button a little bit sooner?
Right. I mean, he paged her at the end of, like, Infinity War, and she doesn't show up. And so, okay, all right, I think you were way off on Captain America, but you're not too far off on Captain Marvel. I don't know about twerking for aliens, but
it is pretty funny, though.
It's funny as hell, I'll give you that much. All right, next one, Thor. Oh, boy. I have trouble reading this, but we're gonna do this. Didn't even bother calling his Earth girlfriend when he came to visit to help the Avengers fight Loki. He probably got hoes all over the galaxy. He is the superhero version of the rapper Future, a true leader in the field of toxic masculinity. All right, I'm going to ask you, sir, on the doll here, can you point out where Thor hurt you, for Christ's sake? Because that couldn't be any further from the friggin' truth.
I find the comment funny. I don't agree with it, but,
Because for starters, as far as visiting his Earth girlfriend, if you just watched the original Avengers movie, which I haven't, but I still remember, if you watched it, he's sitting on the deck of the helicarrier, and they tell her they move Jane to a conference in a whole other country to try to keep her safe. You know what's going to stop her from keeping her safe? Thor showing up next to her while Loki is running amok.
Yes.
You moron. And hoes all over the planet. How many other girlfriends did he have after Jane?
None.
0. How many women was he even with after Jane?
I don't know. Sif.
Nah. She wanted to, but no.
She got him hammered one day.
I mean, yeah, they might have had a one-night stand, but how many did they show him with? None. He had more chicken wings than chicken heads. Okay? So again, especially on the doll, please point out where Thor hurt you, because he is mighty. Okay?
Wow.
No, he's, it's like, it's so far outside of Thor's character, it's ridiculous, because how much respect did, talk about toxic masculinity, how much respect did he have for Valkyrie? He named her the Queen of Asgard. Was there ever a Queen of Asgard, really, outside of his mom?
And he
No,
was,
she was the consort of Odin.
Exactly. She was never really a queen. Was there ever?
mm-mm.
No.
And he named the first queen of Asgard. You call that toxically masculine?
And he was very naive and childlike in a lot of things.
I think if I could show it on the doll, he hurt you in the ass because he stuck your head up there. I don't know what you did with that one. I agree with Captain Marvel. The rest of these are kind of bogus. So we're moving on to his brother Loki, who I can't say is really a hero, but all right, we'll go with it. Again, it's a little suspect, but we're going to have fun. Type of guy that will suggest doing some crimes together and then snitch you out when you get caught. Okay, touche. I agree with that one. You're 2 out of 4. Batting 500. It's not so bad.
I agree, but then again, you can't be surprised when he does it because you just kind of expect it from him.
No, that's what I mean. Like, even Thor has the whole setup in Ragnarok with the help and he comes in and then he's been set up by Loki how many times now since the original Thor? Loki is totally a superpowered snitch.
Yeah.
He is the god of mischief and snitching.
And lies.
He's like, I'm gonna tell Dad. It's not your dad.
Aww.
I mean, I agree. You agree, Kathy? Do you agree with that one?
Yeah, that's like spot on.
Yeah, that's pretty
If
spot
this guy
on.
walks into a bar, you don't offer to buy him a drink.
No, and you sit as far away as possible. Okay, here's another one I don't agree with. I'm gonna have a tough time reading it because it pisses me off. You read it.
Iron Man
Mm.
wishes he was Batman so bad, but has no hand-to-hand combat skills. Can't do anything if his suit runs out of batteries. Just a hyped-up Elon Musk.
Really, dude? Really?
Oh.
Okay, first off,
I'm just laughing.
The Iron Man suit is about 10 billion times superior to the Bat suit. Secondly, outside of the original Iron Man movie, when was the last time you saw that arc reactor go dead before he died?
Hell, it was still going after he died.
No, it blinked out, remember?
Oh, that's right, it did.
There was the first movie and the last movie.
Yeah.
His original arc reactor croaked, and
Actually, it didn't croak. It got stolen from him.
no, he replaced the stolen one with the original arc reactor, and it croaked because he ran out of juice because it wasn't set up for that suit. It was set up for the Mark I from the cave. So that one died out, and then the last one died out because he died. In the middle, never happened. Even in Endgame, when they are floating in a dead ship that's about to use life support, the Iron Man helmet is still working.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he wouldn't put that on, by the way. Like, oh, we're going to lose air. Okay, we're good.
It doesn't store enough air for him.
So throw the suit on, too. Now you got it.
It doesn't have enough air in it.
It can't recycle.
He's got to be able to breathe in the suit, or he'd be dead long before he ever met Thanos.
It still filters the air and lets it into the suit.
Well, it also filters pee, if you remember Iron Man 2. but I'm sorry. No, wrong, sorry, not true, bullshit. I don't care what you say. I'm so fucking mad at this. Just, no. You are wrong. You get no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. I mean, first off, Iron Man suit beats Bat suit. Technology is far superior. He doesn't need to use hand-to-hand combat because he has all the weapons in the world on him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Batman doesn't use a lot of?
Weapons.
Secondly, Tony Stark is by far a better character and a better billionaire than Bruce Wayne will ever be. Because Tony lost both his parents. Does he walk around all emo and I have to hide from the world? No, he's out there saying, I am Iron Man and bringing women home 3 at a time. He don't give a flying fuck. Batman, on the other hand, is like, I have to be in the shadows. Tony's like, yo, I'm right here. I'm Iron Man.
He actually even called out the Mandarin in the third one.
Yes!
Yep.
He gave him his address. Do you think Bruce Wayne is going to give the Joker his address?
In hindsight, though, probably a bad idea.
Okay, probably.
Yeah.
But he still did it. And if it weren't for that goofy suit he was wearing, he would have probably fucked the Mandarin up. But yeah, oh my God. Oh, Elon Musk, blow it out your ass. Maybe your head will come back out. I mean, do you agree, disagree with this, Kevin?
I
Like,
don't. No, no.
just,
That's not Iron Man.
I feel like she's trying to sit here and just. I can feel like I can hear her thoughts. Like I have some kind of Xavier connection telepathically, and I can just hear her like, "How do you sleep at night?" Oh my God, Batman better than Iron Man.
Oh, hell no!
Moving on. All right, Black Panther.
Want me to read this one?
You can if you'd like, please.
Okay. Black Panther got beat up by his cousin, and on top of that, he opened up Wakanda to the Americans. Bro, you really think a dude who named himself Captain America is not going to colonize you and steal your vibranium at the first opportunity? Dumb guy.
Yes, you are.
Okay, that's like reverse racism.
I don't want to go that far. But he.
No.
Blood pressure rising. Somebody speak.
Mm.
But I mean, he summed himself up in those last two words, "dumb guy." Yeah, you really are. Because again, if you just watched all these movies, and I haven't, you already know the Cap's been back and forth to Wakanda. I don't know how many times.
Mm-hmm.
They stashed Bucky for him. They armed him. They stashed him there when he was wanted because he didn't sign the Accords.
Yep.
Did he ever colonize? Did he ever take their vibranium? Did he ever do anything to harm Wakanda? He was defending Wakanda in fucking Infinity War.
Hell,
What are you watching?
He didn't even have his shield. He didn't even ask them to give him a shield. They said, "Give this man a shield."
Black Panther, T'Challa, he said, and for God's sake, someone give that man a shield.
Yeah.
That was the only vibranium he ever took, and they handed it to him.
And I'm pretty sure if they had asked for it back at the end of the battle, he would have probably been like, "Okay, cool."
Obviously, he gave it back because he got his old one.
Yeah.
He got his old one from Tony, so obviously he gave that back. I mean, what again? If you just said you watched all these movies on Disney Plus, I can't remember the last time I saw some of these movies, and I remember them more accurately than you do. So what were you watching? What were you on while you were watching? Is my real question.
He wasn't even paying attention to any of the storylines, or even has any references to like comic books.
And I'm not even, when I say what are you on, I'm not even saying drugs. I'm saying, were you just sitting there on your phone the whole time while it was playing in the background?
Yeah,
like,
just
I gotta
listening
tweet
to
out
it.
my opinions of.
Yeah, no.
Like, were you actually watching? Because this don't make no damn sense. Are we all agree this one's far off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Black Panther, far the fuck off. That's going to be the next sequel. It's like Spider-Man Far From Home, but different. All right. Hawkeye. I'm reading this one. Bro must have walked off Lord of the Rings and ring set and into the wrong franchise, because how you trying to fight aliens with a bow and arrow? Useless. Didn't I just say that?
Totally agree.
See, that's the thing. I want to be so mad at this guy that every time I do, I pop to one and he's dead on. And with Hawkeye, dead on.
Yep.
Oh, poor Jeremy Renner.
You could literally take anyone else into battle. I know Rocket is like 3 feet tall. He's more useful. I know Groot has vines and shit. He's more useful.
Yeah.
How I take Ant-Man. At least he can get big. And he's got ants.
No comment on that one.
Anyone in the MCU is more useful than Hawkeye. Maria Rambeau, the girl that was Captain Marvel's best friend before the accident, is more useful than that motherfucker.
Well, yeah, because she saved the jacket.
And by the way,
Mm-hmm.
going back to that, because I'm sorry, that's just how my brain works. I actually saw a report and a photo from one of the Disney Plus shows, and Maria Rambeau returns, but she returns wearing a badge, and that badge is from Sword as well. So again, here we go.
That's cool.
Back to the tie-ins. Sorry, it just popped in when I said her name. But yeah, she is more freaking useful. Like Korg is more useful. Meg. The little guy that they thought was dead at the end of Thor Ragnarok, and he popped up in his arms on the ship
Oh yeah.
with the sword, with the scissors for hands.
No, he lost those at that point. He was just.
Oh yeah, he had lost
He
it.
was a little caterpillar.
Even being a little caterpillar, more useful.
But how badass was that? He had these blades and was all like the spider, and now I'm broken. And he was just a little bitty caterpillar.
He was more useful because he's cute and he can slime people. He's flicking. More useful. I mean, honestly, anybody want to disagree here?
No, it's spot on.
I mean, I kind of like Hawkeye as a character in the comics.
I did.
I don't think he should have really ever been an Avenger.
And again, I don't even mind Jeremy Renner plays Hawkeye because he says some cool stuff. He even brought it up in Age of Ultron, like, "Oh God, we're fighting aliens. I have a bow and arrow."
Yeah.
Remember when he gave that big pep talk to Wanda?
Yeah,
it's true.
You know, so even he was admitting that he was practically useless. Again, I'll go back to it. He had one use, and that was jumping off that damn cliff and keeping Natasha right there so she could still be pretty. And he couldn't fucking do it. Agreed. Next. All right, Nick Fury. Type of boss that makes you come into work during coronavirus even when you're non-essential. Wow. It's funny. It's probably true. Because, you know, even...
No, I could see this. This is the... Oh, you want to stay home and be... I don't see where that's my damn problem.
Who in the hell told you could take a day off?
And don't forget the final tagline. Motherfucker.
I was just about to say, we're supposed to be protecting this motherfucking planet, and you want to take a day off. You think there's a day off from evil? You think Hydra isn't going to be out there regrouping while you're in Tahiti? It really is.
I do have to
really
agree with that, though.
That's a good one. I mean, I like Nick Fury. I really do.
I
Even
do
Sam
too.
Jackson as Nick Fury won me over. But damn if that one's not accurate. So
Well,
again,
anybody's better than David Hasselhoff.
a few of these definitely make me mad. But then he comes back with something like this, and I'm like, all right, I feel like either Luke or Padme in Star Wars, where I'm like, there's good in this dude. I just know it. I felt it. All right, next, Doctor Strange. Motherfucker viewed 14 million futures and didn't think it would be a good idea to tell us about coronavirus.
True.
Okay,
But-
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, but bruh, I mean,
You're not
do you really think there's coronavirus in the MCU? I mean, have you ever seen one of them catch a cold, let alone catch a pandemic?
Tony caught a panic attack.
Yeah. He had that space infection that Nebula was working on.
Oh yeah.
That was about the closest thing anybody got to getting sick. Like, nobody's ever sick. Nobody's ever had an allergy attack when they're fighting outside. Nobody's ever took a dump. Nobody. Thor is eating and eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. It's all going in Endgame. He turns into Fat Thor, Thor Lebowski, whatever you want to call him. Did he ever take one dump?
I hate to be there when he did.
So if there are no dumps and there's no sickness in these movies. But damn, that is funny. And also I love Doctor Strange, and I can't wait to see this multiverse of madness coming up. I'm gonna look up the release date before we sign off of the show. But I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be cool. Next one.
Ooh, let me read this one.
Okay, have at it.
Okay. Peter Quill. Motherfucker needs to update his playlist. Still listening to music from the 1970s. If he was listening to Future, he wouldn't have got emotional and they would have beat Thanos in Infinity War. That's harsh.
Now, first off, 70s music is great.
Yes.
But
80s is better.
And I'll be honest, I don't listen to a lot of Future. So, you know, because I'm not one of those toxic masculinity people, if you haven't noticed. But if he had been listening to some gangster rap,
the war would have been over a whole lot quicker.
Yeah. He would have just cocked that gun sideways and popped 12 in Thanos' head like, West Side! Pop, pop, pop.
Or I just...
Biatch!
I just...
Okay, this one isn't far off.
Hit him up, Tupac.
Yeah. you know, like that kind of stuff. Just anything from NWA, you know, Ice Cube. I mean, you know, because he's
hell, even if they played like Dr. Dre and Tupac, California Love.
Yeah,
that song gets you so jamming that you just kind of
you just get hyped.
Long. It'd be like the opening scene with him when he was stealing that thingy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how quick the Infinity War.
Only he would have had more of a gangster lean and strut going on, and you know,
swagger.
maybe had a do rag on when his mask came off. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty. That one's pretty accurate. You know, I got a little tweaking. Because it's just, I don't know about Future. I don't listen to that shit. I'm old. So.
No, I don't either.
All right. That one wasn't so bad, though. I'm digging it. Next. Groot doesn't talk a lot. I respect that. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I'll give it to him.
My response to that, I am Groot. I am Groot.
I'm Groot.
Okay, good.
Hey, language.
Wow, kiss your mother with that mouth? Holy shit.
You've gotten a mouth on you since you started growing acorns.
I feel like I now have to bring up a sound from another wonderful movie if I can find it real quick, which is oh no, wait. First, no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that yet. We're gonna hold off. Because first of all, language.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality
Oh,
standard.
I am Groot.
You are fined 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality.
Okay.
Oh.
Now we're gonna move on to the next one, which is
Stupid raccoon. Don't call me a raccoon. I'm sorry. I took it too far. I meant trash panda.
Rocket Raccoon himself, my favorite trash panda. Thank you, Bradley Cooper, for bringing him to life. All right, so Rocket, a true G. You just know he was out doing robberies in his black Air Force Ones before all that Guardian of the Galaxy nonsense. Yes, and Groot was his muscle.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got the scars
Again,
to prove it.
go back to the '90s rep. Did you see Groot with like a do-rag knotted in the front
I've
and a chain?
I've actually seen a picture online.
And he's got like Thug Life burned into his stomach.
Carved. He is made of wood.
I know they burned it. They just, you know, it's like a burning, but it's a burning.
I am Groot.
So it would be all black. I am Groot. Like, damn, son, you a G. No, that's a pretty damn good one. I'll agree with it. He was definitely a G back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna let Phoenix read this one because I always mess it up, and I feel like it's more up his alley.
Wanda, one of my least favorite transfers from the comics.
Okay, what did he say?
One of the most powerful characters in the MCU, but still caused half the population of Earth to get snapped because she was in a relationship with a red MacBook Pro. Proof that women are crazy.
Facts!
He's not wrong.
Facts! I'm sorry, but I can argue that just like on semantics, or I could just say
That's the fact, yeah.
God damn, that's accurate. I mean, yes, no red MacBook Pro. He was more gold and green, but
yeah.
I mean, literally, you see what she does to Ultron after her brother dies, and again, it's after the fact. It's always after the fact. She fucks up Ultron after her brother dies. She starts to fuck up Thanos after Vision dies.
Mm-hmm.
You also got to keep in mind, the actress doesn't portray it too well. She's supposed to actually be still fairly young.
Oh, no, you can see that because her powers grew as the movies went on. Like, she wasn't very comfortable with them, and then she kept going with
Which
them.
I have a problem with her. I know it came over from the comics. Her dating Vision in the first place, because that guy is like close to 40. And she's supposed to be like early 20s.
Well, you know, she had daddy issues because Magneto wasn't around.
Well,
yes, Magneto.
Well, yeah, I can. For once, I'm not going to say not Magneto's daughter, because That actually is Magneto's
daughter. God, I love saying Magneto. If you've listened to us going on 3 seasons now, we could hardly ever say it. Our show never said it. They alluded to it. They did all this other stuff, but they never said it. So goddamn, it's nice to say Magneto.
He was right.
He really was. He really was. I'd almost go as far to say Thanos is right, especially when you look around this quarantine. But
the problem is half the population went away. It'd probably be the wrong half.
But see, that's what I mean. He could have snapped Corona right out of existence. Sorry, this is the perfect time to get hiccups.
Hang on.
Wifey to the rescue. All right. But yeah, I do love Wanda. I'm just saying, like, she gets a little too focused and attached, and obviously Vision is much older than her, but she's clearly got daddy issues too.
Well,
So,
technically Vision's a whole lot younger than her, but
well,
You know.
are we talking about the person portraying, or are we talking about the character where it was brought in?
I don't know, he looks so much older.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Vision's supposed to be ageless and androgynous, kind of, from the comics.
They did not make him look androgynous.
No.
And I thought they did a decent job of bringing him from comics to the screen. But then, it's just like, when did all these characters like the Vision or the Hulk end up in freaking relationships? Never happened.
It's
Never.
weird.
I mean, one was a freaking app in an Iron Man suit, and the other one couldn't control his rage. So, like, how many women are going to date this guy that don't live in a trailer park? None!
I mean, they just did that to get women to watch the Marvel movies.
I get, yeah, you're probably onto something there. Because,
Like,
obviously,
you know.
now the relationship with Tony and Pepper, that was genuine.
Yeah.
The relationship,
Yeah, because when he started screwing up, she left him briefly.
right?
Mhm.
The relationship with Cap and Peggy, that was pretty legit. But some of these other ones, man,
They're just
wow.
making them up.
Like, who's next? You're gonna get Rhodey and Captain Marvel together? I never understood that whole concept of just adding relationships in where they never were. But I think you're right. I think it's a way to get women into
More interested in it.
into the saga, because obviously men are more coming for like kick-ass battles and comic book nostalgia, that type of stuff. So you got to have something for the ladies. It makes sense.
Not the reason why I'm watching all these movies, because I am total opposite.
Yeah, but you're one of a kind.
That's why you married her.
Exactly. Now, if you give me a second, I'm gonna get him up, because I think we ran out of his heroes that he analyzed. Thank you for doing that, nameless person on Twitter. I agreed with some, but it was entertaining. I think we got a lot out of that. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna give you what I was talking about earlier, which is the latest updated release dates for some of these series and movies. And I was saying where I was getting excited about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually the first one to come out in August of 2020, according to the latest reports.
Mm.
As I said earlier, Black Widow got moved from this month all the way back to November of 2020. That's next. A month later, December, they'll give a date, because Black Widow, they're saying, is November 6th, 2020. In somewhere in December of 2020, we're going to get WandaVision, which is actually pushed up from 2021. So that's kind of cool. The Eternals comes out February 2nd, 2021.
Okay.
That's going to be a cool
Kind of
one.
looking forward to that. I might see Cannonball.
Loki, the TV show, as we were asking, is a thing and will be debuting in spring of 2020. That's all they give you. And then after that, we're going to get Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, May 7th, 2021. So about a year from today.
Okay.
Following that, the Disney Plus series What If.
That's something I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that too, because I heard about it.
Some mutants in that.
And I was like, "Oh, that could be cool." Because like, what if mutants? Yes, we'll have something to talk about next year. All right, and then officially Spider-Man 3, November 2021, November 5th, according to reports. Shortly followed by the Hawkeye series in fall of 2021.
Yeah, nobody's watching.
Whoopity-doo.
It'll get canceled.
Yay. All right, so but now then we get into
Put it on Fox.
2022.
That would get canceled faster.
They can't do that anymore. They sold their property. Then shortly after that, at the beginning of 2022, according to most reports, February 11th, 2022, we get Thor: Love and Thunder, which will be the fourth one. Does somebody actually fall in love with Fat Thor?
No, Fat Thor loses the weight, and they bring back.
I see one thing.
What, Jean comes back?
I think so.
That'd be kind of cool.
I'm not seeing something on this list.
Well,
where's Black Panther 2?
I know, right? I didn't see it on here
because I
either.
heard that was a definite, like in production. Definite.
It was, but I don't know if they had to stop production on account of all this or what.
Because that's the one of everything you listed off. I mean, one or two of them sound great.
No, a lot of them sound good.
Black Panther 2.
Oh no, me too. But I don't know because you're right. It's not there because the last one they're listing is Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness, March 25th, 2022. So unless Black Panther 2 is coming out after that, we may not see it for a while. I don't know. Because I've looked it up and looked it up and looked it up, and I can't find a definite release date for it or any reason why. But you would have to think they're going to make a sequel.
Yeah. Because
Wakanda has become like a
central piece.
An essential piece of the MCU's puzzle. So you would have to think that they're going to,
Plus, it's not too far off from.
But the
Matterport.
Right. The one that I'm looking forward to right off the bat is obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier for the reasons we discussed, and overall probably Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, because if New Mutants was going to be like an X-Men horror movie, that Doctor Strange sequel is going to be like an MCU horror movie. Like it's going to take the trippy shit that they did in Far From Home, which was still stupid, and make it good and make it like badass, like scary.
If I had to pick something on that list, it's definitely going to be the What If.
And I'm interested to see Spider-Man 3, just the way, how do they pick up and go from there? Do they just kind of give us that, oh, this didn't really happen ending, that sort
and
of
if
thing?
I had to pick a number 2, it would probably be the Eternals.
Okay.
But that's just because I might see one of my X-Force characters.
Yeah, again, that's another place where they could really put...
Or the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club, Selene.
Yeah. Oh, God.
She is also an Eternal.
If they introduce the X-Force... You know who else could be coming?
An actual good version of Cable?
Well, that too. But that's not who I was thinking.
An actual really good version of Shatterstar, since they screwed that one up?
Okay, maybe that too, but I was thinking more like...
Daddy needs to express some rage.
Oh. Look,
the man himself!
I'm more of a 90s comic book person, and Deadpool skirted the X universe, but never really partook until they started doing all that weird stuff in the 2000s.
Which is fine by me, because I just love the damn character. I want to see him in the MCU badly.
I wanted first appearance, New Mutants, which later became X-Force.
Nah, that's why I want New Mutants too, by the way. But I wanted like Deadpool coming out of one of Doctor Strange's portals and looking at Thanos and going, wait, Cable?
No, here's what I think would happen if he walked out of one of Doctor Strange's portals. Be like, oh, my bad. Bye.
Oh, God.
Walk back.
Oh, holy shitballs. I should have wore the brown pants.
I'm bleeding.
Just gonna tiptoe.
Oh, God. Can I backtrack for a second? Because as much I got to give the X-Men movies credit for one thing. The Juggernaut in Deadpool 2, awful. in the original movies, I'm the Juggernaut bit that was tremendous. Deadpool 2, not so much. The costume, just didn't do it for me. I'm sorry. Now let's get back to okay, Kathy. on this list, is there anything that really sticks out to you that you like really want to see?
I'm kind of intrigued by the Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Oh, naturally, she's gonna go with a romancy type thing.
Well, I have to.
Okay, it's
figure out
love
where they're picking
and
up.
thunder.
I have to see like what happened.
Hey, at least he'll give his Earth girlfriend a call, maybe.
Yeah.
So that guy on Twitter can shut the fuck up. All right, so you're into the Thor movie. Anything
Mhm.
else?
I like to see Spider-Man 3, even
Yeah.
though I didn't see the second one, but
Well, you did, but you slept through it.
yeah,
I
it
got
was not
The
good.
actress who played Thor's girlfriend,
Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
wasn't she also Rogue?
No.
No,
No,
she was
that's
Padme.
Anna Paquin.
Yeah, that was Anna Paquin.
I get them confused sometimes. The names are kind of
Yeah, and then I can't remember. Oh god, I can't remember what character she played in the X-Men movie, but the girl that Ellen Page played that was going after
Shadowcat.
Yes, Shadowcat. Thank you. She was also, of course, in the Umbrella Academy. So 2 comic roles, 1 actor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I think on that note, we're going to wrap things up. Thank you for, of course, tuning in and listening to us again. And if you haven't already, we want to welcome you to follow us on Twitter at Mutant Rejects. You can find us on Facebook. Just search for Mutant Rejects, the Gifted Podcast. Which we probably will never change whether Facebook lets us or not, because that's where we came from. Why fight it?
Yep.
And we also would like to invite you to join up and follow us on our podcast platforms. We do have several. I'm setting up more. If you want to see them all, just go to our website. It's anchor.fm/FoxDen Productions. And our website will pop right up. We will you will see all our episodes there. You will also see all the platforms that we have. I also have a production company YouTube channel. Just search for FoxDen Productions. It's got this show, Drunk Upon a Time, and our wrestling show, Top Rope Wrestling Talk, on it. Both of them have a lot of entertainment in one place, because even before I set up my own thing, that's what we were all about. So come find us if you're stuck at home, if you're looking for something to do. There's plenty to listen to, plenty to enjoy from plenty of different, topics, genres, whatever you want to call them, and just have fun with it. So for now, for the lovely Kathy, for the fabulous Phoenix, I am your humble, loyal, semi-fearless leader, and we will. Oh crap! No, I can't say that because we actually have an announcement, and I totally forgot. Unfortunately, we will not be here next week. We got some stuff we got tied up in. We will be back probably May. You want to say 17th or 18th, and we will be back with another tribute episode to the Gifted Podcast with the one and only, the man who played Traitor in season 1, D. James Jones. We're going to get his thoughts from, behind the scenes of the show, on how it ended, on why he wasn't brought back in season 2, and so much more. We're going to go through his career. We're going to have a lot of fun with this guy. I've gotten close to him, just doing this show and kind of just like Anissa, just hanging around on Twitter, talking about these things and helping each other out and being supportive. He's a great dude. I can't wait to have him. So we'll be back next weekend. But after that, we've got something big coming. So now, for the lovely Kathy and the fabulous Phoenix, I am your leader, and we will see you next week. And you know what? Let's Stan take us out, because I love that guy. You will always be in my heart.
But until next time, true believers, Excelsior!